Thank you for joining me today in this training video. In this video, I'm going to be going through reporting a medication event within Sentinel. So you don't need to log into the form, you just need to go to the link. The link is able to be found on the intranet, it can be found on Workplace and on the Download Center. However, it's also at the top of the screen and I will put it in the link within this YouTube video. So when you come on, you'll be asked for your full name and what type of incident you are reporting. So we're going to be reporting an incident, and as we say, this is going to be a medication incident as an example. You can provide additional details if you wish. And then here you'll see we need to add all the people that are involved. So you click the add button and you can add a person involved or a witness. So we're just going to add another person involved. You can fill this out as is required. You don't need to fill out every field, you just need to make sure the ones that are important to the incident that you're reporting are filled in. And this may be the patient. When you select patient, for example, you'll see that this brings up additional information. So it might ask you for the NHS number, for example. It will ask you whether the doctor has been advised, whether this has been recorded in System 1, and whether it affected the body. If it did affect the body, you can say yes, and it will give you another subform for that one individual. And when you click add, you'll see it bring up the body map. And you can do this in a couple of ways. You can just click the body as to indicate where the person was affected, or you can use the drop-down list at the bottom. You can then say what the nature of that injury was, and again, from the list of drop-down options, you have a few to select. You can add as many injuries as you want to the incident, so you haven't just got to add one if it is affected. This can be minimized away with a hide details option. Now it's important to make sure that you add all the people that were involved and all the witnesses to any incident that you report through. But it's very straightforward, and as you can see, keep going through and adding, and the red fields are the ones that are mandatory and everything else isn't, but please do ensure that you put in place everything that's required. Here I've selected that it was a contractor, for example, and it just gives a few different questions because obviously they're going to have a different interaction with the hospice and potentially affected in a different way. Okay. So then we move down to the actual details of the incident. So we get a date and a time. It'll ask you where it happened, and as we select the location, it's going to ask you for a bit more information. So we can say that it was at Northport Road, and it was in the IPU, and it was in patient room 1, for example. There were no vehicles involved, and you can just run through. It's very straightforward, and as I say, the red fields are the only mandatory fields. If CDs are involved, you can run through this here, and you can list them off, the type of error and the reason for error. If any action was taken immediately after, it's going to ask you what that action was, who the action was taken by, and then finally, if the IPU manager was being notified, the IPU manager's name, or the IPU acting manager's name at the time, the date, and the time that the person was notified. And finally, if the doctor has been notified, and again, it's going to ask you for the same pieces of information. When you're done, you just press save, and it's as straightforward as that. So, I hope that has been clear evidence of just showing you how simple it is to report a medication incident or an incident through the Sentinel form. And yes, thank you for watching, and look out for additional videos coming through on Sentinel. Thank you.